everyone, welcome back to Gracefully Gwen. My name is Gwendolyn Davis, and I like to share content about all things motherhood through grace. And today's video, I'm just doing a basic day in the life with me. As you can see, this is early morning. The kids are waking up. I dropped 2 of my children off at childcare. Then I went to the grocery store just to get a few items. And then I came back home, cleaned my fruit because we were out of strawberries. So I really just wanted to get some more strawberries. And then I put it into a jar. This is one of the ways I like to keep our kitchen organized by washing our fruit and just putting it in glass jars for storage. You'll also see a little bit more of how I keep my refrigerator organized. It's not completely organized because I do leave space for a little bit of leftovers that we have from time to time or just other items, but I am becoming more organized in my refrigerator. I like to keep containers for cheese or the meat like turkey, bacon, or lunch meat with cheese, just to keep that fresh and all in one place. As you can see here, I like to keep our fruit on the door, but I also have a jar of blueberries. That's another container that I use for lemons and limes, and here's the container for the cheese and the meat. And I keep cheese in this tray as well. I like to use those mozzarella sticks to eat with strawberries. And now I'm switching out my pods container as well as the beads, the scented beads, and laundry sheets. So that's just what you see me doing here. I just got these from Amazon. I'll link them below. And now we are on our way to the library, and my girls were very excited. They checked out their books, and then they went and played. I left my oldest son and my 6-month-old with my mother-in-law, who has been extremely helpful. I really wanted to do like an extreme whole house clean, but she cleaned a lot of the house, so I really pivoted and just decided to mostly work on cleaning my room, which I guess is a good thing because yesterday turned out to be extremely busy with my 6-month-old because he nursed a lot. I don't even know if it's cluster feeding anymore. I feel like he just is a greedy little baby. He eats like 2 jars of baby food a day. And yeah, I think he just likes to eat a lot. But anyway, I did get a chance to start cleaning my room, and I washed some laundry. And so this is what you see here. But I'm going to pause and show you what my room looked like before. Y'all, this is so embarrassing, but I guess this is a part of life, right? Especially when you have 6 children, it just is getting out of hand. So, yeah, I don't even really know what to say. It just looks bad, right? But anyway, yeah, this is underneath the bed, so I'm going to be cleaning all of that in this video and just taking you along for the exciting journey of cleaning my room because, yeah, it's terrible, y'all. But anyway, here I am back at cleaning the bed. Underneath, it's just stuff. Like, I feel like no matter how often I clean, it's just back to a certain way. And I'm actually considering getting like under the bed organizers. I've tried to get some, but I guess my bed is too low, or at least the bottom part is too low. So I'll try again. Maybe I could find some storage bags just so that stuff won't go under there, because what happens is things end up on the floor from the kids, and then they come in and then they're like standing beside my bed. And they, just kick things under the bed, like whether it's shoes or it's like I'm always looking for my shoes, and I know where they're at. They're under the bed because somebody has come in and kicked a shoe under the bed. I'm sorry, that's my 6-month-old who is currently nursing. But yeah, so that's kind of what's happening with underneath the bed. My husband sometimes will actually lift the bed, so it's just easier to clean under there. But yeah, I'm just sweeping along the way. And now I'm going to clean my dresser because, again, like, I just hate when my dresser is just filled with different items, right? So I try to keep it as neat as possible, but life happens, and sometimes you're in a rush and you just end up throwing things on the top of the dresser because it's available. And so trying to get out of that habit, but yeah, it's getting there, right? At least I'm cleaning it. That's the good part. That's the good part about being able to have a mindset to clean, right? Because sometimes you just don't feel like it, but it definitely helps to clear your mind when your space is clean. And this was pretty much the last place I needed to be clean after my mother-in-law came over and helped. Now, my house was not in a terrible state, so she didn't have too much to do, but she helped a lot with like folding the laundry. I don't know if y'all see that little stain on my dresser, but it can't be, it's like chip paint or something, so it can't be taken off, or chip wood. I don't know if it's like paint. I feel like it's like some type of paint, but anyway, yeah. And so now my dresser is clean and it's off to this little hidden spot of clutter that's my husband's area. And so I'm just gonna take it off and then wipe the little top part down. I brought this organizer for my husband because he likes to collect things and he just puts a lot on the dresser. So I brought that for him so that he could kind of store his miscellaneous stuff in that container, or that 3-drawer organizer. Anyway, laundry, and then I put the sheet on, or not the sheet, the comforter on, and then I put my blanket on. I normally put the blanket over the whole bed, but not this time. And now I'm going to try to at least clean up over here. My husband streams, for those of you who don't know, like he's a technology person, but he streams services for people. So he has a lot of equipment and I don't even know what's in the boxes half of the time. So I'm just going to leave the boxes there and just kind of sweep up around that area. Now I'm cleaning in front of my dresser, or I guess behind the dresser. I guess it's in the front of the room, but yeah, just kind of cleaning up behind there because sometimes those areas can go unnoticed. And so it's a good thing to just kind of tidy up these areas just to make sure that the room is clean, especially if, now I don't have a lot of company, but you know, sometimes when people come over, things that you just become blind to, they'll definitely notice it. And I was playing with my baby boy there. Now it's a little later in the afternoon. It's around going on 4 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up my 2 children. I like to pick them up about around 3, but sometimes it's 4, especially in the summertime, it's about 4. Every now and then it'll be 5, but I definitely try to pick them up before 5, and I put in a load of laundry. I rocked him to sleep, so as you can see right here, he's asleep. And then I'm not sure what happened. I went and did this video of what the bed looks like before I leave, and he woke up. So yeah, but yeah, I just took out a load, so I'm gonna have to fold that load when I get back. And my 6-month-old was hollering in the car, y'all. Christian was not feeling it being by himself because my husband had the 3 older children with him. So I had the 3 younger ones. But yeah, as soon as they got in the car, he was fine. He's just so used to seeing someone, and I think that's just the cutest thing ever. But anyway, as you can see, now I'm preparing their snacks. They couldn't really figure out what they wanted, so I just made a bowl with all 3 different fruits for them, and then I put them back and started on dinner. And so Christian is not sleeping often like he used to, but for dinner we're gonna have ground turkey bowls with rice, ground turkey, and black beans for, I guess you could say, Taco Tuesday. But it seemed like it's not a lot of meat, but they eat a lot of rice. My husband doesn't eat a lot, so I wasn't concerned with the amount of meat. But when I tasted it, y'all, I ate a lot. And so thankfully my husband ended up getting dinner for the others while he was out. But I mean, we definitely would have survived. We had leftovers, so we would have survived if they did come home and eat. But being that they ate out, I wasn't too worried about it. So now I'm just washing some of the peppers, and I'm going to cut them up. As you can see, my baby girl loves peppers. Her and my oldest daughter love to eat sweet peppers by itself. So I'm giving some of them to her, like she kept asking for them. And I gave her a big chunk of the orange one because I'm like, girl, I need to cook with these. My husband loves peppers. So that's why I was doing that. But it's just so cute. And then my baby boy was like, okay, I want to try one. And he was like, never mind, you can have it. He was not feeling that. I'm not a peppers fan either. I only eat peppers if they're chopped up small and cooked. I don't even think I ate any this day, but I love the flavor of it. So that's why I use them in our food. And it's a good thing that my children love their fruits and veggies. My oldest girl and my baby girl, they will eat only fruit and veggies. My husband said they eat like birds because they love salmon and fish as well. But for the most part, they love veggies and fruit, which is a good thing, right? But anyway, so here you see me pouring it into here. And this is like one of the easiest recipes for ground turkey. I call them pineapple turkey bowls. And so it's basically, I season my meat with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. I also added a little bit of mango pepper. And with that, you really don't need a lot of seasonings. And that's why I don't add too many other seasonings. But you may have noticed that seasoning earlier in the video. And then I'm going to use the pineapple juice from my pineapples to make the pineapple sauce. It's just that pineapple juice along with honey. I've done brown sugar before, but I didn't do it today. And then once that's brought to a boil, I'm going to add everything back in and just mix it all together. It's so easy, but y'all, when I tell y'all this is so delicious, like the sweet flavor with the pepper, it's just so good. Like, we love it. It's definitely a staple in our house. I've made it so many times. My son came home and had some as well, and my daughter, because even though they love this recipe. And my son is going to tell you how much he loves it. He just stopped and was like, "Mommy, this is good." I said, "It is." And my baby boy is eating his jar food. He had chicken today, and he is loving that food. He doesn't like all of the fruit, but he definitely loves the chicken and the turkey. So I was happy about that. And here's my other son telling you how to get the food in.
Yes. Good. It's good. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, Matt. Oh.
You too, Matt. They get along so well. My children get along so well. One thing about having a big family is if someone's missing, there's always someone else to play with. But that was my daughter recording him the last time when he was saying he was 4, because she was saying she was 4. And I'm like, "No, Matt, you're 2. And he knows how old he is. I guess he was just repeating her. And he definitely follows her around and everything. It's just so cute to watch them grow up together. But anyway, now I'm with my 6-month-old. You see, he's on the bed. He's definitely getting around more now, so I definitely have to be careful. I can't just leave him in the room like I used to. And he's into stuff, like he's just grabbing on everything. So yeah. And then they got on the bed while I was folding clothes, which is a good thing, so that they could kind of entertain him. But sometimes that is too much entertainment. And so I have to intervene sometimes. But yeah, now I'm doing another load of laundry. I feel like I do this all day, take clothes out, put clothes in. And now everyone is home, they've bathed, and they're just about to get ready for bed. My daughter, as you can see, she knows where the cereal goes, so she grabbed one of the empty containers and put the cereal in there.
That's where he will go.
I was putting the phone up. That's the phone.
Her and her sister busted out singing that, and I just thought that was so cute how they'll just randomly start singing songs. But my girls can sing. I think they're going to be much better singers than me, because they can definitely hold a tune at such a young age, and I love that. And so I'm just finishing up the clothes that are in my room, cleaning this bed off. And those are 3 of the shirts from my husband. I don't know what he plans on doing with them, so I just kind of left them out for him to decide what he wants to do with them. And I'm just getting my bed cleaned off. Now, the children are in bed, so I'm just doing my night routine. They normally help with chores, but being that they got home so late, I just did most of everything. And that's just cleaning out the pans, the dishes. I'm going to mop the floor tonight because I really just wanted to mop the floor. My mother-in-law actually mopped a little bit when she was here, but I kind of really wanted to use like a mop. She used a Swiffer. So it's just like a midweek type mop. And then I'm going to wipe the counters down before I start the dishes because our dishwasher is not working. So thankfully, most of the dishes were big. I'll just kind of hand dry those and put like the utensils on these drying mats because it just makes it easier for me. I didn't have a lot of dishes, mostly just what I cooked, and then some of the other small dishes that we use throughout the day. But yeah, it just makes it so much easier if I wash dishes throughout the day. My mother-in-law, again, helped a lot with this, so I'm gonna miss her because she's not here anymore. I think she'll be back maybe next week. I'm not sure, but anyway, this is another way I like to organize things in our house, especially under the kitchen sink. You can purchase those drawers at Target, and then the glove drawers, I got those on Amazon, which I will link those. I was nursing my 6-month-old before I stopped drying, and I realized that I still had this pile of trash on the floor. I don't even know who knocked the trash can over, but that's why it's like I'm all over the place, because I was reminded to get a trash bag when I was nursing him, and then I saw that the rugs were dirty, so I put the rugs in the wash while I was trying to put him back to sleep again for the second time. And now I'm just drying the dishes because I'm like, I want to make sure he sleep before I put him down. So that's what I'm doing, which he did stay asleep a little bit longer. And now I'm going to clean off the table because, again, we didn't get a chance to do our nightly chores. So I'm just doing this. And then I'm putting a trash bag in because I forgot to do that. After I didn't really forget. It's just I didn't have a chance because my son woke up. And so I'm back to cleaning the table because now I have a trash bag to put the trash in. And as I'm cleaning the table, I see some crackers. So I'm like, well, let me just put these crackers in a bag and put it in our pantry, which I really need to clean our pantry out. But yeah, this is how I organize our pantry. I like to use containers to organize them. And then I saw the popcorn sitting out, so I was like, well, let me just go ahead and put that up. I think my 4-year-old was trying to get cereal and wasted cereal all over the place, y'all. So that's what you see me cleaning up. And then my husband volunteered to sweep the floor, so he's sweeping the floor. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the mop bucket because I really wanted to mop tonight. I was determined to mop because I have been putting it off for like 2 or 3 days. So I like to use vinegar still and a soap detergent because I didn't have any, like floor mopping things, but this works really well as well. So, I mean, hey, whatever works, right? So if you don't have any expensive cleaner for your floor, you can always use just regular dish soap and vinegar with some water. And so I use too much vinegar though, so I don't know if y'all noticed that, but the smell doesn't last long, and it's just nice to have clean floors. And so my husband decided to be a videographer and record me taking the mop bucket. He was like, I can record you. I was like, okay. And I don't know if y'all saw me struggling the first time, but my husband was like, oh, you just don't hold it. And I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. I was holding the mop at first, y'all. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I was definitely trying to figure out why it didn't look how it was supposed to look anyway. So, yeah. Now I'm just mopping the floors. It didn't take long for me to do this. I didn't get to mop as much as I wanted to because I really wanted to spend some time with my husband, and it was like already 11 o'clock. So I just did the best that I could for tonight, and then I'll mop again, I'm sure pretty soon because I have a lot of children. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.